to the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, March 13th goes to actress Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin. Did I pronounce their names right? Loughlin. Commonly known to those of us who grew up on TGIF on ABC as Aunt Becky. Okay? Now, listen, I have been calling for diversity amongst my dysfunctional celebrities because when it comes to all the biggest scandals of the year, black celebrities living and dead have been the trending topics, okay? Jussie Smollett allegedly staged a hate crime. Career pedophile, gotta say allegedly. Robert Sylvester Kelly is out here, being R. Kelly. Michael Jackson leaving Neverland Special got the world trying to convict a corpse. Meanwhile, white celebrities living and dead are just out here chilling. But I knew that eventually white celebrities were gonna start getting caught up, okay? You know why? Because St. Patrick's Day, a.k.a. White People's Freaknik, is right around the corner. So I was suspecting for the Caucasian celebrity crime rate to spike, and I was right, because Felicity and Lori have been charged with scamming. All right? What kind of freaky-ass Friday role reversal world do we live in where Nigerians are committing hate crimes against black people and white people are scamming? What a time. Well, Felicity was indicted for conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest service mail fraud. And Aunt Becky, Lori, is facing the same felony charges, conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest service mail fraud. Her husband, fashion designer Mosimo, what's his last name? Giuliani? Doesn't matter. His name is Mosimo. Yes, that Mosimo, okay? If that sounds familiar, it's because you're an avid Target shopper like me, and you know Mosimo used to make the best T-shirts, all right? They don't have them anymore, all right? It's Goodfellas now, but he was charged with conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest service mail fraud, too.
He's a good fella.
I don't know what any of those charges mean, okay? But it's all scamming, all right? Those pale-faced pieces are hitting. Let's hear the report.
We're here today to announce charges in the largest college admissions scam ever prosecuted by the Department of Justice.
Involving at least 50 people, accusing wealthy parents of allegedly cheating so their children would be admitted into prestigious schools. One of the 33 parents named in the indictment, actress Felicity Huffman, best known for her role on Desperate Housewives. According to the criminal complaint, Huffman and her husband, actor William H. Macy, are accused of making a charitable contribution of $15,000 to the fake charity. Huffman is charged with conspiracy to commit mail fraud. Along with Huffman, actress Lori Loughlin, who played Aunt Becky on Full House, is also charged. Court documents say Loughlin and her fashion designer husband, Massimo Giannulli, allegedly agreed to pay bribes totaling $500,000 in exchange for having their two daughters designated as recruits to the University of Southern California crew team, despite the fact that neither daughter ever participated in the sport of rowing. Their parents have been charged with conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest services mail fraud.
The source was CNN, by the way. And here's the thing. I know you're probably listening to that and you're like, what's the problem? I know it sounds like, hey, you're doing a great thing because you're going above and beyond for your kids, doing what you have to do to make your kids successful. But you can't tell these kids in the hood and poor and disenfranchised areas that all they have to do is work hard, get an education, and everything will work out, when the reality is the kids with wealth and privilege are getting these opportunities because their parents are paying for them to get in instead of putting in the work. It's a certain amount of people accepted into these schools every year. So these privileged, entitled kids are taking opportunities away from kids who are really putting in the work. So how do you teach kids from the hood how to get ahead when the system is rigged? All right, these children in the top 1% of earnings are already 77 times more likely to go to an Ivy League college than those whose parents are in the bottom 20%. How much more assistance do you need? All right? Okay, listen to Lori Loughlin, Aunt Becky, speak about her daughter getting accepted.
I think I'm in complete denial. Yeah? I really am, because when I think about it too much, it will make me cry.
That is a prime example of why you can't trust white tears. All right, she knows she's scamming the system, but she out here fronting, acting like her kid is really out here putting in the work. This is so whack to me because we all know black and brown people have to work twice as hard to get half the results. But what's the point of working hard at all if the system is already rigged for us to lose? Now you have kids in these poor and disenfranchised areas who would love the opportunity to get in one of these top schools. All they need is the chance. And they will go in there and run circles around these privileged kids because these privileged, entitled kids don't want to work. Don't believe me? Listen to Aunt Becky's daughter, Olivia, talking about college.
But I do want the experience of like game days, partying. I don't really care about school, as you guys all know.
All she cares about is the party. You know why? Because Envy, you gave a good example earlier. You liken this to paying to cut the line at the club. All right?
That's what she did.
Well, you pay to cut the line, and then once you get in the club, you have nothing else to offer. You can't buy no drinks, can't order no food because you don't got no more money. You just sit in the club looking stupid. It will be the same thing in college. You have your parents pay for you to get in, and now what? If you're not there to do any work, all you can do is party. That's all you got. But here's the thing. Contrary to popular belief, you can't fraud your way through life. And that's what you're teaching your kids, that you can always cheat the system. Hov once said, it's only so long fake thugs can pretend. I say, it's only so long fake anything can pretend. Eventually, your kids will get exposed. So you're really not doing your kids any favors, because where does it stop? You pay for your kids to pass the ACTs, the SATs, pay for them to be accepted into school. At what point do they ever start doing any work for themselves? You gonna hold their hand forever? This is exactly why kids from the hood run circles around these privileged kids, because kids from the hood actually do the work. When you grow up with nothing and you work to get a little something, you never lose that hustler's mentality. But when you grow up not having to work for anything, not only do you not appreciate anything, you really don't know how to do nothing because you're used to mommy and daddy paying for everything. I don't care how rich, privileged, or entitled you are. If you're not instilling in your kids work ethic and an attitude of gratitude, you're setting them up for failure. You can only control two things, your work ethic and your attitude about anything. What Lori and Felicity are doing isn't instilling any work ethic in their kids, and it's damn sure not instilling any attitude of gratitude. So you're hurting more than helping. I have no problem with people getting opportunities. I have no problem with people pulling extra strings to get someone an opportunity, but not at the expense of some kid who's actually going to put in the work. I will ask the question again. How do you teach kids from the hood to get ahead if the system is rigged? Only way to do it is punish the people who are taking advantage of said system. Please let Kathy Griffin handle my white work.
Please give this giant jar of mayo the biggest hee-haw.
All that talk
There you go.
All that talk of mayonnaise leaves me parched. It's like I get dehydrated.
Does
Salty taste.
Massimo still own Goodfellas, the T-shirts?
I really don't know. I buy Goodfellas, but they don't have the same quality as Massimo for whatever reason.
I learned it was Massimo from just this report just now.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't go
That's
to
what I
college.
learned.
I didn't go to college. I graduated from night school. Charlamagne the God here, and today's Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the Law Office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey and call my friend Michael if you've been hurt in a construction accident. 212-962-1020. That's 212-962-1020. Don't be a donkey.